from whatever areas as possible, not just let them go to their closest district school. They would drop us off at like about 6:10, 6:20, and then class wouldn't even start until like 6:50. I remember sitting in one of the high-tech hallways my senior year, and it would either become a case of napping until class started, or when I found some people who were also interested in it, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And trading. And
that is awesome.
It was fun.
Wow. That was in high school. What we had for my high school was, it was the Mesa Club. And, you know, apparently a lot of nerds were in Mesa, and a lot of nerds enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just migrated over there.
I didn't have any of those clubs in my high school. It was really sad. Like, no Yu-Gi-Oh, no Magic, no Pokemon, like nothing. I was like, oh,
well,
shit.
Aside from that, I mean, this is at the time when, okay, now I feel aged. This is when Naruto first started.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
And I remember going to torrent sites. You couldn't even find these online. Thank you, Crunchyroll, for coming into existence. You would have been nice to have you like 20 years ago. No,
very much so.
But I remember having to go and find fan translated, not the official fan translated.
Yep.
Downloading the episodes, I had them on my laptop, and then just in the cafeteria or during the afternoon when like I wasn't doing anything else in like either my robotics or graphics class, just watching the episodes. I told Schultz this once, but are the two of you either familiar with Rooster Teeth?
Yes.
I have not seen it. But keep going.
One of my teachers basically introduced us to Red vs. Blue. They had just started season 2. And I'm like, wow, this ridiculousness is addictive.
Yeah, that's around the time I started too.
Man, that was back when we didn't even know Jeff Ramsey was... Oh, God, Jeff Ramsey is Griff. Jesus Christ. Wow, I'm old. Which makes him old, so okay.
Yeah, it's just realize how like everything adds up. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
But
that's why you just ignore it and never tell people how old you are.
Oh, okay. You cannot ignore it when your back, your knees, and your spine goes, fuck you, you're not 20 again. Oh.
I've learned to ignore it.
Pretty soon we'll be replacing our parts of our bodies with robotics anyways.
I'm waiting for it.
I love that that's becoming a thing. Like, I generally thought as a child, I was a bit of a realist, and like, okay, that's not going to happen until after I'm dead. It's not going to happen anytime soon. And like, just a week ago, they complete like cybernetic eyes, like legit eyeballs that pop into your face that connect to your like neural.
Oh, that was done a couple years ago.
Yeah, but now it's like they have
technology's
things ready to go. Like they can ship them out, and like people can do that.
The best one was I think 5-6 months ago they did their first dealings with the spine with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Complex, man.
Yeah, they gave the person the ability to walk again.
That is I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, my buddy in the medical field just poked me and went like, dude, you won't believe what you were jabbering about in pre-med. Like, they're doing it. What you were talking about and like theorizing and trying to put together, they got it done now. I'm like, thank God.
Like, this is all theory. And like, I remember talking to my friends when they were leaving for college. It's like, you want to go into like advanced medical science? Like, to my knowledge, that's all theory. Are you sure you want to do that? It says, yeah, I love the idea of it. And I'm like, it's all theory. The likelihood of being done within our lifetimes is very low. And then like I got a message from her recently because she's she's actually on a team working on stuff like that, and I have no idea how any of this stuff works, but she's apparently doing it, and applause to her. I don't remember her name anymore, but she friended me on Facebook apparently.
Oh God! They
she's
actually
on Facebook. You see your name all the time, and you don't remember it.
Oh, they actually got their first testing and working of synthetic muscle up.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Synthetic muscle?
Yeah, synthetic muscle, and actually having
build me a cyborg body and put my brain in it. God.
No, well, here's the thing: the theoretical crisis suit could actually be made.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh, you know, it is scary. Well, I mean, the only downside is you're now looking at the spinal system and the skeletal system that needs to be reinforced. But I mean, the only other issue you have is with neurological transmitters. That there's a couple of theories that they have that can be done. One of them, which I'm not looking forward to, but after that spinal the spinal fixing, it may be closer than we think. Because with just a small surge,
if that does work, you could feasibly attach the brain to an artificial body. You know, with enough understanding of how the patterns of the nervous system and the coding from your brain to the rest of the body works, you could effectively attach the brain to just a synthetic body, and just have it decode properly that the way you think and process information, which is work and output to the rest of the body.
Oh, the coolest things, they actually got war victims, the guys who lost their arms to IEDs and stuff like that. They gave their first one to one of the guys who lost his arm that actually gives sensational touch feedback to the brain.
God damn.
Where you can tell pressure, heat, all this. I mean, they said the only thing that's slowing them down is the servos, which makes it slower. But like they said, that's literally it. They literally,
that's a time-related thing. Like over time, things get better and faster, and it's still going. Like, apparently they're working on quantum computers, and it's actually up and running. Admittedly, they have to get it so that it works on general purpose machines better, but. You know,
oh yeah, well that's the thing. It's a super cooling issue, I think, with it. If I'm not mistaken.
They you know, so apparently, I don't actually know what's going on. My recent video I watched was saying that the main thing is they can't get it to be multi-purpose. They can get it to do calculations. They can get it to like run various theories and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow there's a lapse between switching from program A to program B or something.
It'll be a matter of time before they can make it do multi-threading. Just a matter of time. Like, we couldn't do that, what was it, in the 80s and 90s with computers with multi-threading, and now, boom.
Yeah, and back then, computers filled entire storage rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, truth be told, like, my gut buddies are always poking me like, dude, look at this medical shit. I'm like, as I'm reading, I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Actually, I was looking at this one thing. It was, these little microbeads of copper and iron, and they somehow were able to make it, if there's basically electricity nearby, it will finish a circuit to
Oh my god, those jumper things?
Yes.
Damn.
Fucking hell.
So like, yeah, a circuit breaks, just freaking in one of your freaking cyborg arms, inject yourself with this stuff, and it just fixes the circuit.
Well, does it actually clip together and become a circuit, or is it just a temporary fix?
Yeah, it's like, these things are little, like, essentially microbots, and they'll, like, find electricity nearby and be able to finish off a circuit, and be able to, like, they were showing it off with just, like, simple circuits, like 2 LEDs, and like a ground on one side, a power on the other side. Just like syringed some of these beads in between them, and they formed the circuit in between.
Mm.
I was like, holy shit!
I remember watching a video, something similar to that, the same basic idea. It might have been a precursor, but essentially they had like little ant-sized robots that would travel around doing that. And basically the whole idea was that make a circuit, start over. Make a circuit, start over. Mm-hmm. And eventually, they found that the micro machines would eventually, they had a little bit of artificial intelligence in there as well. They literally divide it into subcategories of tasks. People would, find the outlet. People would begin making the line in multiple directions until the outlet is found. found, and it would just repeat the process. And it essentially, they realize it's essentially an ant colony. You have you have the ants who are searching. You have the ants who begin making the hive and preparing everyone else. You got people who are constantly like grabbing additional charge and coming back because they were running on batteries. So unless they found the charge, unless one of the scouts found the outlet, they would essentially all run out of power.
Oh my God! Did you hear? It was I think within last week they actually traced something coming out of a black hole.
Gamma rays or something else?
They weren't able to fully, but it was something came out of a black hole. I didn't read the full article, but they actually found something coming out of it. I think it was energy. I want to say it was energy, and it was light or something like that, or some burst of energy.
I know gamma ray bursts come from various black holes.
Right now.
Go right ahead, man. Well, clearly what came out black hole for the first is Rowan and his egg. It hatched and it punched through a white hole, and you're coming out the black hole on this side.
Rowan comes through a black hole. I've seen everything.
And then you get sucked back in and you die.
Put the egg away. Have your omelet, it's a better choice.
It's actually too late now. It's already about to hatch.
Yes.
Oh God,
it's
no!
Fantastic.
It's a matter of like if you want premature, you want to wait like the proper amount of time for it to hatch on its own.
Oh, well, of course, proper amount of time.
No, just no. And of course, I hear my cat meowing in the background as I respond. Oh.
It was a flare kind of a thing. It was basically. It's only satellites, so they only have images of it, so they don't have readings. So it just looked like a burst of energy.
It's still huge.
That is, yeah. And it's...
I thought nothing could escape a black hole.
Well, data and information... Okay,
it came out of it.
Einstein theorizes that data and information can still come out of a black hole, meaning that if there is something on the other side, it can be sent out in the form of signal, light, or, well, not light, but data. Something can be transmitted through a black hole because, gravity, waves of gravity do exist, and you can translate waves of gravity as a signal. So feasibly, you could do that, which is a form of energy. Also, did you guys cut out? There's a quietness going on.
I'm still here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
All right, I think it cut out for my side. And it's an interesting concept. And gravity waves. That is something they found recently as two black holes and somewhere far off essentially start circling each other. And just like circling each other at such a rapid pace as they got closer and closer to one another, created noticeable gravity waves from a massive distance. Imagine probably not your phone, but being able to speak with someone on Mars with almost zero delay and zero issues because it's literally waves of gravity being transmitted from A to B. It's literally ripples in the fabric of space as a telephone signal.
I just can't wait for that
shit.
You're
freaking bird.
I cannot muffle the pirate parrot, I'm sorry.
It's not even a pirate parrot, that bird. That bird knows when to chime up.
Would it work if you covered it? Would it think it's nighttime and go to sleep?
No, it gets more vicious then. It will start swearing at you.
Motherfucker, take this damn blanket off my cage!
It will start saying racial epithets.
Why?
Oh, you've taught that
Who
bird
taught it that?
Here's what makes it funny. It was from an old aunt of mine, a good old little lady, and that's what made it so funny.
That's funny.
Oh god, it has the most interesting vocabulary. And fucking hates Eddie Murphy.
With all the racial slurs.
What's the matter, Mouse? What are you groaning at?
Okay. So Dwarf, I messaged Dwarf, and Dwarf has not come back. Dinky is at a funeral, so he won't be here at all. And Trev did not pick up the call when I made the call originally. So I think we're going to go ahead and proceed. I don't think so either. He did say he was going to come back the week after, and the week after was last week. So I don't think he's coming back.
You scared him away.
I blame you guys.
Well, we are pretty freaky.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We did just have an hour-long conversation about stuff that used to be sci-fi.
Yes. How sci-fi is now fact.
Jesus Christ, Cat, what are you... Hold on one second.
Go right ahead.
What are you whining about? What are you whining here?
But yeah, like, when people say that they're going to become cyborgs, it's actually... You probably could. Like, technically, there are people who are almost classified as cyborgs. Who would, stuff that is attached to their bodies that cannot be removed. And, their license actually say that it's part of their bodies, so it's legal cyborgs now.
I just want to download my brain, let me play video games forever.
Well, I don't think that's going to be okay. Like, let's be honest. If you... What is it? What movie is it? The idea that... I don't know. What the fuck is that movie? I don't remember. Basically, the dude has a clock attached to his arm, and he has essentially X amount of time before he dies, and it's ticking away constantly, and they use it as currency. In time? Is that it? Okay.
Yes, that is it.
That's the basic concept of what we might get into. It's like, when we all can live an extended amount of time, would we really run into the issue? That's a lot of the time people want, at that point, way before it happens, is start moving to Mars, so there's a secondary supply of resources we can tap into, so we don't run into issues like that. But if we get to a point where we can all be cyborgs, but we haven't made it to Mars, or made space stations, or found other supplies of resources, and we are still limited by what we can produce on its planet, and haven't even properly tapped into, like, large solar arrays or something, we would run into that issue where we just don't have enough supplies to feed everyone. We can barely do that now. And technically, if America just had the money or resources to, we could just ship food to everyone else on the planet, and we'd probably feed more than half of the world that's normally dying of starvation.
And then what do they do for us in return?
Nothing.
You just don't give
the big issue.
Something away for free.
That is the main issue. When it comes up, it will be Deus Ex Human Revolution, where, like, the rich people become cyborgs and everyone else dies on the street. Because we don't even need them to work for us anymore, because we have robots to do that now. Oh, and then the communists happen again, and we all start back from square one.
So Dungeons and Dragons,
exactly, is a metaphor for all the things that might happen in the future.
I'm gonna find a metal egg in the future.
Yeah, I don't know.
So looking forward to it.
Yeah,
if you do, I'm gonna make sure I'm nowhere near you.
Oh, I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna knock at your door and be like, "It's Patrick. The baby's coming."
Oh,
you might want to go to a hospital for that. Why are you here?
Share this experience with them.
Oh, and then when it hatches, it's just a chicken. There's nothing special about it. It's just a chicken. It could just be a chicken.
Chocobo?
In a metal egg.
It's a chocobo.
Let's say chicken is subcategory of chocobo. How about that?
Facts. I don't want anything if your homework destroyed.
Okay.
So you need to trust save.
No, I got you.
Give you a minute.
Yeah, go right ahead right now.
Oh.
I may cut out. My dad needs to use the fax machine, which has a tendency to kill my internet.
All right.
Okay.
The fact. Oh.
Yeah. Phone lines and somehow that.
Yeah.
AT&T and blah blah blah.
AT&T. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I was thinking just like, why would the fax? Oh yeah. Old internet.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're. Oh god.
I want to say catch up with the times, but actually Comcast is horrible.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like they literally are not updating. This is, oh yeah, we'll update to FiberWire. We don't have to worry about this. It's like, and they're like, no, we're not doing that.
The main issue is that they have no reason to. There's no competition out there that will force either one of them to be competitive.
And unfortunately, because they get into the pockets of those of the municipalities, they try to keep startups from coming up that could actually provide alternative, affordable
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like, oh, well, if you want to be a legit company, you need to have this, this, and this, which isn't even necessary. But unless you can do it, we can't accept that you're a legitimate company. You can't go nationwide.
Is on your side.
God.
Oh, dude, I've been on the tail end of that. Because my parents own a donut shop. And a law was passed that we all had to upgrade pretty much all our ventilation systems and other things, all this stuff. And even the guy who came in said, like, your system is more than adequate. But due to the change, we have to change you to what is actually a worse system. It's just new. So we end up with actually less ventilation in our donut shop, which actually is horrible. We actually have now a secondary fan, so there's suction and both in and out at the same time, and that's the only way to make it work because there's not this one vent that they put in. It's just not strong enough. So we didn't just spend 5,000. We spent 15,000 on 2 different things. Oh, and then recently we had to pay another $3K because we can't just have a fire extinguisher. We have to have a built-in extinguishing system for the one device that actually has a flame attached to it. It's like, okay, so why do it's one thing. All we have is the one fryer, but somehow we need a dedicated system for that, and not just a few fire extinguishers around. We have 3 of them in total, fire extinguishers, and now we have to get one that's attached to it, like attached physically to the object. So okay, well, if it catches on fire, this thing will go off on its own. So if it goes off on its own and we have not a fire, what happens then? Because technically it means we have to be out of business for like 2 days to clean up everything.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit. And pretty much what happened was that people were actually managing to have actual businesses, and larger companies wanted us not to be able to. Because those stuff, it's like it was already there, but like specifying one particular make and model pretty much means everyone has to switch.
Corporate America, yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's more like crony capital America.
So can my egg hatch?
Well, don't you want to wait for Dink to be here for that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If Dink is not going to be back for
He will be back next week. I would imagine that it's not going to take 2 weeks for a funeral.
No, it's not going to take 2 weeks.
One sec, I'm turning the fan on. It's kind of hot.
Yeah, I know. My university has the weirdest heating system and cooling system. Like building a dorm, which no one wanted, but refuses to update the heating and cooling system. Yeah, smart move. You have rooms that are colder than it is outside. It was like, it's 30 degrees outside, and it's 22 inside. What the hell's wrong?
I would love it to be cold. It's too hot right now. It's like in winter, I sleep with the window open. I used to wake up with the temperature almost near freezing, and I just sit there, laying in the freezing bed.
Well, it's when the air is really cold, and then when you're warm in your bed. Nice. Or when you climb into bed and it's still freezing cold.
That's fine too. That's fine too. My dog's warm.
Yeah.
Also, I have 3 of them, so there's plenty of warmth.
Yeah. I used to go to sleep with my window open in the winter.
And admittedly, the cold air is supposedly good for you. Also, we're avoiding playing the game for some reason. Should probably get back into that.
Yes.
Alright, where were we last time?
DND.
Dynamite. Oh, wrong.
Yeah, you only spent like 30 minutes discussing something. So, let's do a recap. What happened last time, guys?
We got out in time. People were safe. Dwarf or small short guy did epic. Benny did an epic flip outside of the building, getting out. Deco freaked out over his new eye tattoo. My character consoled him. And Rowan was my egg, my egg, my egg. And with a lot of trickery of my egg, my egg, my egg. And mad at Deco and still perplexed by, oh my god, what's going on? I gotta keep my egg with me.
Yes.
At all times.
Well,
At all times. Even when he goes and takes a dump.
Oh,
clearly.
Yeah. Obviously. You can't detach your baby from you.
Hygiene, man. There's a reason for it. Watch your baby comes out fucked up. Because you decided to poop with it one time.
It's a poop baby.
Yeah. It's a poop baby.
It's a poop.
Okay. So currently, guys, in the game, it is the 13th of January to 00. We haven't actually come up with a year, so it's 00. So we'll see how long the game lasts. Currently, in-game, it's been 13 days since you arrived and begun doing things. That's mostly for Ryan. You guys have only been here, like, 4 days. Actually, your characters were here before them, so for you, it's been a little longer than that. So, you guys are still 1 day from town. Without the assistance of someone with flight and whatnot, you guys are still a little bit off. So, who wants to roll me D1000?
Roll D1000.
Do it. Do it.
Also, is anyone here capable of hunting?
I have survival.
Alright. Otherwise, we have to, start marking off the food that we've been traveling around with. Does anyone have a background that gives them food automatically or not?
Don't think so.
Alright. Then we'll find out in a moment.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you can delete the something deco something.
I'll just leave it there, and I'll eventually take care of it.
Okay.
Because the thing is, like, eventually it might come into play, so I'd rather leave it for a little while, and if that never comes into anything, we can not worry about it. Okay. So, Ryan, your character can roll me a nature check.
Nature.
A nature check.
Nature. 15.
Okay. So, it is around noon as you guys begin heading out, and you come across a large thing in the middle of the road. With your 15 nature check, you know that this creature consumes metal and typically travels around, but this one is odd in the nature that it is actually embedded itself in the ground, and all you see is just the mouth. It's supposed to be larger than your typical Zorn, but there it is. You can tell it's a Zorn as it has 8 eyes adjacent to the mouth, staring at you.
Damn it! Is it... So it's basically just a hole of ground with a mouth and eyes.
Yeah, it's just sort of like sitting there. It's looking at you. It's actually dug a hole in the path that it's made by both Deco and what was your character again?
Idra?
Idra?
Ida.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Ida.
So Ida and Deco, the very street, the road that you spent the last month essentially making, has been cut into by this thing, and it's just sitting there.
Should we kill it?
Doesn't seem to be bothering anybody. I mean, you could try, but
No harm, no foul. Don't hurt things that don't hurt you. And I would turn to him going, how would you act if someone just wanted to hurt and crack your leg?
Ugh.
then again,
Good
it kind of
try.
did tear up a road.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is interfering with your construction, isn't it,
It's
Benny?
it looks at you guys and says, I can move if you want. And as it speaks, the ground shakes a little bit.
Oh, it's smart.
Deco raises his eyebrow like,
It
well.
it like squints and looks at Ryan's character. What Rowan?
Yes.
He's like, really? Really? Well, I'm surprised you're smart too. You know, small things like you have small brains, but all right.
Oh. It's okay, man. He's just grumpy. You said a couple mean things. He's not taking it nicely. It's okay.
Don't let that go.
Hmm?
You have a kid to think about. Think about your kid
Yeah,
first.
I am. I am. Thank you.
Now, you've come across a swarm in the past. Really, this is the largest one you've ever seen. Like, you've heard myths and tales of, like, monstrously large ones. But this one is very large, though not crazy size. It's size large. Technically class abomination, essentially. And it's just sort of laying there in the along the road. What do we guys want to do?
It's laying against the door.
It's physically dug a hole along the road that you guys are walking across. And it's just with its face sticking out on the top.
Wait, along, like, beside the road or cutting through the road?
A little bit cut into the road.
Oh, are we able to walk around it?
Very easily, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I would
that's
start
what takes
walking,
a
but I'd ask him really nicely, would you mind, we've been working on this road, would you mind not chomping into it? I know you don't mean to hurt it or destroy it, but would you mind, please? It takes us a lot of effort and work, and it's really hard for us.
He nods. He says, well, the thing is, I was already here when you were making a road.
Oh, so you inhabit this area, Deco says.
He can't really nod, but he says, yes, I do. Actually, in the area around here, I believe there are quite a few of us.
Deco glances at Ida.
Is there better spots for roads?
He says, well, I suppose the best way to go would be to make a subterranean road. We don't really go there very often, and the number of monsters are rather, rather scarce down there.
So a tunnel? Deco asks.
He says, yes, I suppose a tunnel will work. Can you dig? I never seen two legs, something on two legs move through the earth.
Well, I mean, not naturally, but with a bunch of tools and time.
It's a lot easier to make the road on top of the ground. We're still looking for a place to build a new settlement.
He sort of just like blinks there for a moment. Aren't you from the settlement to the north?
Not originally, no. But we did come to these islands through the spiders.
He ponders for a moment. And as he the ground's literally shaking constantly. He says, well, I suppose I could help you make a tunnel. If you could have something for me.
What are you interested in? What can we get?
Cringes a bit.
He opens up his mouth, and even with his mouth already open, he continues to speak and says, he likes metal.
Rowan takes a few steps back.
It's like, when you look, like, his mouth is just opened, and it's, like, lines of teeth all the way down.
Yeah. So I'm backing up. I'm afraid at this point.
Deco glances over at Ronan and kind of
Worried look
smirks
on
a little
his
bit.
face. Worried look on his face, and he's holding the egg.
What's the matter, Ronan?
I don't think we have anything to give him.
Are you sure about that?
Is there a possibility we can work with our trade caravan and kind of give them some scrap metal as a gift in the future?
He begins closing his mouth and says, well, if you like to trade, I'm sure we can work something out. If that is something you want to do, I'll still be here. If you need me to move, I suppose I could. Your road is not exactly in the safest location, but I suppose it'll work for you.
Well, I think we should see if we can get this trade going, because this will make our work infinitely a lot easier. And as he says, if it's safer underground, that will mean we don't have to worry about dangers for anyone who's moving from city to city. We will do our best to get back to you as soon as we can to give you your metal and hopefully get our trade that works out, and we can work together.
Okay. And as almost like it was never there, it shapeshifts back as if it was part of the road. And the only thing that stands out to you is that there's this very odd pebble that would periodically move, and when the pebble moves, you can see there's an eyeball underneath it. Other than that, you can't actually even tell this isn't anything but the road that you guys made. It's fully camouflaged.
I'm gonna like walk wide around as we pass.
He just like he keeps an eye on you guys. It's kind of creepy because imagine walking along a road and then the road just staring back at you.
Oh, come on, Ronan.
No.
At the very least, you could have offered your egg.
No.
Definitely he could have. Whether or not he will is a different matter entirely.
No, I could not have. Not one bit.
You probably could have.
Oh, God.
Is Benny with us going up back to the town?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be...
Or did he go to the road?
Molly. 1 second.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna be a smartass, and Ronan might not like me for what I'm about to do.
Oh my god.
Are you going to feed it the egg without him knowing?
Yes!
It is strapped to me!
That does not mean sleight of hand does not work.
Back. Sorry. It was just a split second. The dog just kind of went, now, attention.
Look at what look what I just did to Ronan.
Oh.
What did you do to Ronan? Sleight of hand. Oh, you son of a gun.
Okay.
Did you take the egg?
Well, it's more of a I took the egg, but I took the egg with the purpose of showing him how easily it was to take it from him.
So here's the issue that comes up. Because he's essentially made it a large priority to essentially never let go of this egg. And it took magic for him to let go of the egg. He literally has this attached to him. It's like trying to take a shield off someone's arm. It's not going to be subtle. You can definitely do it.
There are people who can take watches off of people's arms and they don't even know it.
Well, what I want to say is someone tried doing that to me once while I was walking through LA, and I noticed.
That just means that they weren't really good at it.
Okay. But, like, this egg is strapped to my chest, and I hold it. Like, it is in my sight constantly.
Yeah. Like, Rowan's not going to be able to...
I'm not saying that you're not able to take it. I'm just saying it will be obvious to me.
It's like, it would take maybe like a second or two, and then he'll just know immediately it's missing. And that's
question:
that's
would it be more like how the hell did you pull that off type of thing?
Yeah, that's essentially what would have to happen. But there's like no point where Rowan would just not know it happened. Like it would happen, and then he would know immediately. It may take like a 1 second, like of like what the hell just happened, and then just sees you with the egg.
Okay, so she has the egg. He has the egg.
You can roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Deco definitely has the egg. Also, you rolled twice apparently.
I think my mouse double clicked. So I see Deco with the egg, and I'm taking out both swords.
Hey now.
I scream, whoa. And I turn to Deco, arms folded over my chest. Deco, you know you shouldn't have done that. I know you have a point, but come on. You don't do this to people.
Okay, Mom, he says with a bit of a grin. And just holds the egg flat out, like flat palm out to Ronan.
Basically just dropping the sword and grabbing it.
I'm sorry, Ronan, and I kind of give a pat on his back with my wing, kind of like, I'm sorry, he's just trying to show that it's very dangerous. We got to be careful to protect the egg. I'm very sorry. He's always good intention. I look back
just raises his eyebrow, looking at Ida, speaking like, this is...
Speaking for you?
This is kind of sickening. A man who's obsessed with his little metal egg.
Says the person with a demon forehead eye.
Well, I'm not obsessing over it, though. There's a problem. That's the difference. I'm not obsessing over it.
You can cover yours.
It seems like something you should be obsessed about, but alright.
You can cover your eye. I can't cover my child.
You are covering your child.
You need wings to cover your child like that. And I just kind of flap my wings, kind of like...
I'm gonna, like, strap egg back to me and pick up my swords.
Alright. That's
don't antagonize, please.
Alright.
Me?
I'm not really saying anything.
Antagonize? Surely you jest.
You know how you were when you first met my friends. Please don't.
So is Benny with the party right now?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I want to ask him if there's a way I can make some quick money.
Why? What do you need it for?
Well, because I have a feeling that the egg is actually going to hatch soon, and I figured I would have earned more at this point. So, and I still don't know what's inside of it, so I want to like prep for when it does hatch, because it's gonna hatch and be hungry, and I don't know if it wants meat, I don't know if it wants fruit or veggies or
money,
whatever the
Your
hell
soul.
else. And I don't know if I need an aquarium. Like I need a prep for everything. So I need money for that.
Well, like we are an engineering group. Like if you need an aquarium, you could just ask us. Like yeah, we probably charge you a little bit of something. But we can
that's
definitely
the thing.
make
I need the money to pay for it.
Well, you know what? When is the thing supposed to hatch?
I think would Ronan. You told me out of game, but like, would Ronan need to like?
It's moving about, man. He's like, it's getting there.
Would I need to do my own nature check to like give a time frame though?
I almost want to say medicine, right, guys?
I would actually say nature.
Nature.
Because it's more animal thing, not medical.
Yeah.
If you have like type of woodland type of thing, because that comes more into nature than medicine, because medicine is more diagnosis and based. I would say nature, because it's still a living animal. You kind of understand the habits and habitats of what these creatures are. It's an egg. You kind of test it.
All right.
Not medical, but a different way.
I've also been like
watching it like a hawk.
I'm like over the period of the 6 months, like the how much has been moving up until now. Like it's, I guess I would. I don't know. I'll
Nature.
Holy shit! Any day now.
Yeah, like you can say any day now, but you really have no clue at this point.
Well, I would probably say any day now, just because I have no clue.
Well, he says, well, we can definitely help you out. And of course, we'll have you pay for it, but we can discuss payment after we make it. You know, it's not that big of an issue. Like, we have a full team back at base. We should have more than enough supplies, as long as this... How big is this thing going to be?
Well, not that much bigger than the egg, I'm assuming.
You know, it's just like, okay, yeah, no problem. We almost have enough supplies just around us. The wagon over there could probably easily serve as a coop if we needed to.
That's a good idea. I need to get to... I wonder if the Wizard Rain is still in town too. Maybe he could tell me what it is.
You know what he would have left by now.
Damn it. Maybe there's somebody else I can know.
maybe your friend who will be here in a couple weeks will show up before it hatches.
Yeah. Okay, that was it. I needed to talk to Benny for.
Okay, just like I'll help you out as best we can. Like, as long as it's not something outrageous, unreasonable, we can definitely help you. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to get food ready for when it hatches because it's a baby. It's gonna be hungry.
Well, it's a baby. Don't you need milk?
I don't think he can lactate.
Milk.
Well,
I don't think it wants that.
That's a big question there. If it needs milk and you don't have milk, how are you supposed to do this?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, if there's one of those beetles that can give milk, I'll get some.
I was gonna say, I don't think it wants that type of milk, guys.
Milk of your soul.
Is this all right then? We can definitely see what we can do.
Okay.
Like, if we can find a cow, I'll make you something to suck milk out of it for you. Alright. You guys begin making camp for tonight, and someone, unbeknownst to the actual characters in-game, should roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Alright. Also, Schultz, in your character sheet, make sure you have the dice set to roll twice.
Okay, I don't know where that is, but I will look for it.
I will go ahead and do it for you then.
The gear.
I'll take care of it right now.
Okay.
And there and there. Yeah, they changed it, so some of the character sheets don't work now with the dice. So it's not just you. They had some to a lot of people now.
Okay.
So, with that done, would Rowan like to hunt and subsequently make dinner?
Sure.
Or do you guys want to eat rations and not risk eating what he makes?
I will take the chance of food.
Alright. Rowan, attempt to hunt for something. You
23.
You succeed in hunting. Go ahead and roll me a D1000. I'll tell you what you find. $982.
So
come
close.
On, elk.
Okay. So, Rowan, About 200 feet away from camp, you end up you think you see a bird, and you climb your way up there. And as you make your way to the bird, it's immediately swallowed up by a Zorn. But then all of a sudden, the Zorn stops moving, and the bird just flies out of its mouth. The Zorn collapses over to its side. What do you do?
I will approach the Zorn and ask if it's okay.
It does not respond.
I'm gonna go like the back of it, like not the mouth, nowhere near the mouth, and like nudge it.
It doesn't budge. It's like, well, physically it's moving. You kick it, it bounces around, but it's not actually moving of its own volition.
So it's dead.
It looks dead. It makes you also look curious of what exactly that bird was.
It's a little scary. I don't know what Rowan would think of that. He's like, well, that's really unfortunate.
Just stay in character, but yeah, go ahead.
I know, I want to meta this.
I know you do.
Can I get up into like a tree or something to see if I can see where the bird is?
You look around. It does seem to be nearby. It's in a branch about, a little further up this side of the cliff.
I can't make out any details or anything about it.
It's above. It's getting late. It's kind of hard to see, even with dark vision. It's the fact that there's dark out.
I do have dark vision.
Yes. Like, dark vision means you can see it. Doesn't mean that you can see all the detail.
Okay.
For the most part, it would be in black and white, so that's what you see, a black and white bird, essentially.
Is it really big?
It wasn't larger than the Zorn, and we're talking about a medium-sized Zorn here. It's not a massive one.
Okay. I want to go and check out the bird. Like, get closer to it.
Roll me a athletics check as you attempt to climb the side of the cliff.
20.
With a successful climbing check, you make your way up. When you get a little closer, you can make out this rather interesting looking bird. Imagine a parrot, but with all green plumage, and noticeably bright green eyes.
Full green bird. They're having their moment.
Apparently so.
Huh?
Just the Roll20 chat.
Oh.
I saw this thing take down a Zorn. I'm not sure if I want to try and hunt it.
That's up to you. You see it. Or actually relatively close. You have to roll a stealth check if you want to sneak up to this thing. But it's there.
I'm not gonna sneak, but I am gonna go up to it.
Since you are not sneaking, it immediately turns around and starts flapping its wing.
I put both my hands up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh, I'm totally gonna hurt you. I'm gonna fucking eat you. No, sorry.
It takes off and starts flying away, man.
Okay. It was worth a try.
On closer inspection of the branch in which the bird was standing on, you see that the wood is beginning to rot away.
That's a really dangerous bird. Okay, I'm gonna go back to hunting.
Okay. Eventually, you will find yourself a meal in the form of a nest of eggs that you find on the side of the cliff. They are not green. That's all I'm going to say. Do you take the eggs or do you not take the eggs?
I don't want to take the eggs. I want to actually manage to kill a deer or something.
You are in a all mountain area, man. Like,
oh shit!
There's scarcely any
he doesn't
vegetation.
want anything related to his baby.
I don't want to. Yeah. I had my egg taken away. I know what it feels like.
You had it taken away multiple times. You really know.
Roll me a D1000 and we'll see if you come across something else.
$914.
Get with the 900s,
Damn.
man.
I'm rolling good with the thousands.
Oh god, yeah. Roll for me now so I don't fail.
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin searching, eventually you come across a few more birds pecking at something. As you get a little closer, you're not actually sure what they are. They seem to be ration packs, but they're not any rations that you've seen before. Bright illustrations around the packaging would indicate, you know, that this is more like a child's ration or something. You get a little closer. As you get closer, you find only one bird remaining. He seems to try to scare you away from it. But there's literally just
I was trying to stealth.
Okay, you roll 21 in stealth. The birds don't notice you.
Yeah.
You get closer, and there's
like,
just like a crate of ration packs right there.
Okay. Are they just normal birds, like crows and?
They are as normal as you
ravens
would believe them to be, but let's be honest, you wouldn't know unless it tried to eat you.
Pretty much. If it's a crate of rations, okay. I'll probably just try and scare off the crows then. I'll shoot one arrow and try and hit one.
Okay, take a shot.
Pop shot.
You definitely hit, and I don't believe you're a rogue, right?
No, I'm not a rogue, so I don't get sneak attack.
Just making sure. You also would have had advantage. You take the shot; it does hit a bird. Yes, you managed to kill one bird. As previously stated, the large one sticks around and just continues to flap about. He doesn't seem to engage, and eventually he does flap away. But you have a bird and a crate of very odd-looking rations.
I'm gonna go up and to the crate and just smell it, make sure it's edible and everything.
The rations on the floor are clearly less edible than the ones in the rest of the crate. But
yeah,
no noticeable odor. If you pop open one of the rations, they seem fresh.
I want to look around, see if there's anything else, any sign, any footprints or any tracks, or a cart, wheel tracks, something where this crate could have come from.
You do your best to look around. You don't actually see anything.
Just look straight up just to see if there's something up there, and out of curiosity.
You look up and you see a large leviathan flapping around like he always does.
Huh.
Because that's the thing now. It's just there.
Constantly?
Yeah.
That's a little intimidating.
I would imagine so.
So my head would just go, it came from a ship, and then Leviathan just kind of flew overhead and dropped it.
Ryan?
Yeah?
You're currently 120 feet away from the rest of the camp. As you go for the rations, you feel something as you step on it. A click goes off.
Fuck!
What do? You're 120 feet away. It's almost pitch black right now. There's a campfire back at the camp, but that's 120 feet away. And, at a downward angle, you are top of the cliff, man.
And there was a click.
There's a click. You hear it click. You feel when you step on it, you feel the metal
depression of the ground.
Yeah, the depression of it.
Okay, I'm going to. I have a lantern on me, so I want to light it and point it, and try to light the ground where I am. Well, not light it on fire, but just to see
direction so you can see.
What?
Oh, okay.
So you can see where you're at, type of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything to light this with? Do you have a flint and steel with you? That's something you
I have-
actually bought when you started the game?
Does the I have a lantern. Does that not have its own?
It does not, actually.
Really?
It doesn't. A torch would
You could always
be able to
you could always
accept
click
that.
Oh, I
your
need
egg.
I need that flame.
You could always click
Yes.
the egg to make a metal spark.
Technically, you
God.
could. That's a little extreme,
I'm
but
not
yes,
doing
that
that.
actually would work.
Ronin's like, nope,
Nope.
not even an option.
It's clearly never been an option ever.
Ever.
It's like we're going a lot into this one survival check, but someone wanted to
It's fine.
keep looking for food. But go ahead, Rowan. It's all you, man.
Bullseye
all you-
lantern. That's what I got. It didn't have its. Yeah, I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
really
doesn't
have its own
come-
thing.
Yeah, it won't come with its own way to light it.
Okay.
Back at camp, Dekio mentions to Ida, "Where's Ronin?" Anyways, we should have been
I must have been gone for a while.
It's only been like
I'm
10
starting to get-
minutes.
10
Oh,
minutes? Damn
Finding
it.
all of that 10 minutes.
Oh, actually,
It's only been
10
10 minutes.
I guess a total of 20 minutes at this point, at least.
You mean you weren't back in like 2? Damn, what are you hunting?
You know there
Elephant.
aren't a lot of animal life out here. Like, you've been out here for a while. Like, it's mostly mountainous and rocky areas. There's not a lot of life out here. Most of it's...
Come on, find a harpy and skewer it for our barbecue.
Yeah.
I need fried wings. Mine don't do it.
Oh, honey, I'll have your wings anytime.
It seems a little odd that you're interested in wings when you have wings.
Hey,
Okay,
just
so
because
I want.
doesn't mean she doesn't enjoy chicken.
Well, both of you have wings, and you guys apparently enjoy chicken wings. That's
Actually,
all right.
actually, other story. He has wings. Here, he has the eye.
You'll eventually have wings. You're both sorcerer.
True. But at this time, he does not have wings.
All right.
Okay, so with that 1 foot on what I'm assuming is a mine, I'm gonna like move my other foot so I can get down on one knee, so I can like get at least a look at what's under my foot.
All right. It's simple enough. You can do that. You get down. You get closer to it. Without any way to light the lantern, all you really see is just your foot in this kind of like you can clearly see that the ground has essentially sunk a little bit where you stepped on it, and you heard the metal click. What do you want to do?
Oh
Okay.
god, is there music coming through the thing?
So
Yes.
I want to get one of my arrows, and like for the first like that knuckle of your foot, I want to try and wedge the arrow in between that and the ground, and then try and move the top. Like keep my heel on the ground, but move the top half of my foot.
Okay. So that will be sleight of hand, and of course, with any check, there's a possibility of massive failure. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
Then by all means, go
Well,
and give it a shot.
Come on, don't fail.
You failed. Okay. So let me bring up the DMG, and we'll look into how much damage an explosion going to be.
Oh
Okay.
Mm.
That was a good idea, though.
It was.
Yeah.
It just went horribly, and I made sure you understood the idea that you could fail if you make a check.
Well, like I had to try something.
Yes,
Otherwise,
you
I'm just
did.
gonna like dive out of the way, and that's going to fail.
You could have screamed, flashed the lantern in our direction.
Hey,
You couldn't even manage the light thing. Let's be honest.
Well, he could have if he had just
If you spent a little
used
more
his
time,
egg.
he used its egg. Do you have anything that like starts a fire?
Oh, if there's a
I thought
stone.
the lantern would have its own little thing, but
It really doesn't.
I got yeah. And I would have used that as my lighter, but yeah, I guess I need to buy a lighter.
Okay. So you must
better
make
come back
a
in one piece.
You must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 24, thank God.
You succeed your dexterity saving throw for half damage, as
Yes.
the mine explodes for 5d6 damage. You're not gonna die
You
from
want me
this.
to?
You can
No.
roll it. Go ahead.
Okay, 5d6. 18. Wow, that's low. I rolled low. Jesus.
Okay.
We're still going. We're still going, man. And now, within the area of 20 feet of the mine, which includes the food and if Pari was nearby, them as well, you were the one who triggered, and that's why the 5d6. Roll essentially another dexterity saving throw to avoid the shrapnel.
Okay. 20.
You succeed for half damage of 3d6 more piercing damage. So the first one was fire, and the second one is piercing. I don't believe you're resistant to either one.
No.
Alright, so a total of
26.
7, 5... Yeah, 7, 5, 12. Actually, 26 would be 13. Off by 1 point. So, total 13 damage. Your foot's a little mangled, dude. But you're alive.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna
That
need
hurts.
some medical assistance. You have a little bit of a limp for a couple of days. But you succeeded both checks, so you are good.
I take it that
for
the party
those-
would hear the
Yeah.
explosion.
You would definitely
and-
hear and see the explosion. It gets off a lot of fireworks.
So
And a bit of
while I'm
rock
doing
coming
that,
down the
my
side.
number one priority would have been protecting Egg, and I want to make sure Egg is okay.
You
I can see you
succeeded both
flying
your
through the
checks.
air and just holding the egg to your
Yes,
chest.
that's it. That's it. Yes.
You succeeded both your checks. Your egg is totally fine.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, at that.
So I'm just gonna lay there for a minute and just contemplate what the hell just happened.
Oh, I would literally at that, my wings would unfurl and I would start flying in that direction because that's not even funny.
Yeah,
So,
Deco would
I
come
want to
racing
say,
out.
we're going to include this as well, that you are deafened for 1 minute because, you know, you were essentially subject to an explosion right there.
And I was face front in front of it, so like because I was looking at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally.
Bringing in your ears much.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly get up, holding my head, and look around. I assume some
You're a
stuff's
little
on fire.
distorted. You can't seem to get your balance just, you know, right off the bat.
No, I'm still sitting. I'm just like sitting up and just looking.
Yeah, like, you look around and it's like after you spun around for like a minute,
Yeah.
everything's moving about, everything's just sort of discordant, and you can see in the distance your friend there, Ida, heading towards you.
I'm just gonna put my hand, like one hand holding the egg, the other one in the air. Just, I guess I'm swaying a bit too because I'm dizzy.
Very likely.
Yep.
I would, if I'm close enough to touch him, I would probably grab him and just kind of just slowly, it's okay, I'm here, see his mangled foot and just say, just give him, like, just resting my hand gently on his shoulder, and I just saying, it's going to be okay, it's okay, and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, Deco probably would catch up to them just like maybe 30 seconds later, since he basically had to run after up the
Yeah.
hill.
But you'll get there. You heal.
Wow, you
11.
almost heal him for full.
Yeah,
Completely, yeah.
that's pretty good. Like, you see the wound begin to close, but, like, you would imagine the broken bones aren't as easily fixed. Let's be honest, it was an explosion. It's like broken bones
Yeah, he's lucky to
are
be
the least of
alive.
the things that could have done. Like, if he failed both of those, he legit could have lost a foot here.
Yeah.
Also, in the situation of prosthetics, they are considered magical items and will work and function like normal arms and legs.
Sweet.
And I literally grab him and just, I know how worried he is about the egg, and I keep on repeating, your egg is okay. Your egg is okay. I point to the egg, and I give the thumbs up. I point to the egg, I give the thumbs up. I point to the egg, thumbs up.
I just nod yes. Yeah. Thumbs up.
And all I do is I just put my hand over his face, like, telling him just close his eyes. Like, I'm realizing by now he probably is completely deaf and he can't, like, properly communicate. So it's like, it's okay.
I'm just gonna lay back down.
Sounds reasonable. So,
Deco pants as he approaches.
Deco, as you get closer, this ration flies across the air and hits you in the face. Like, what the hell?
Oh, that went flayed up.
So it's more like
A warm ration.
A warm ration. Okay.
I would make the remark, I see it's already cooked.
Right. I'm trying to find an image of this, but I will get into that later.
I was going to say, it's like one of those immediate meals on the military immediate meals.
Oh, God, MREs? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
ready to eat? Oh, God.
essentially. That's
I
legit
also-
what I had in mind.
Okay, also because if it's dark out, I'd probably grab a rock that's nearby and cast light to light up the area type of thing.
Okay, you begin to light up the area.
Use
There's
my
a
lantern.
noticeable amount of blood and shrapnel all over the place. Now, originally the party did want to examine the explosives and the mines. This one's kind of fallen apart already, unfortunately, so there's no real value. But it is a hunk of metal.
It is pre-used. Hey, maybe we got something to bribe the damn guy with.
Actually,
Would I be
that was
getting
the
my
case-
hearing back?
Would you be getting what
that
back?
was the key.
My hearing.
I didn't. Oh, you're hearing? No, it's well. Actually, I guess it's pretty close to a minute. It will start to come back around this time.
Hey, actually, that gives Deco an idea. If Ada say that out loud, they can have all the metal from the mines if they want to dig tunnels underneath.
Yeah, well, let's keep the scrap metal. It'll be good for business.
Rowan sits back up again and just like has his jaw open and moving it side to side for like trying to like. What do you do when your ear hurts?
Oh God, I would I would grab him by the head and I says, "It's okay," and I'd start opening his eyes.
Deco gives Ada a bit of like a "I'm jealous" look,
Okay.
but mentions, "How is he?"
He's looking good. He's still. I look down at the egg. No remark. He's still and looks down at the egg. Just like doesn't have to say it. Just you know what it means.
So, yeah,
Oh my
Deco.
God, Logan, what happened to your egg?
Ugh.
No.
No,
No,
I know it's, I know it's okay. Don't you dare. I know it's okay. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't actually say that. He would be more concerned about, geez, your foot, man. You're not gonna be walking for a while.
I want to look down at my foot. How bad is it?
I kind of grab him. We can look at it later once you get a new boot. It's okay.
Aw.
And I just remark, just protect your egg. It's okay.
It hurts, but you'll live.
Okay.
Also, Deco, you took 1 point of damage when this thing hit you in the face.
At least it's not a wine bottle.
Oh God.
I would just want to look around and see if there's anything of the crate left or any rations that are salvageable.
There is still a lot of food lying around. You can definitely make
Okay.
use of it. Most of them did actually survive the explosion, which you find a little surprising right off the bat, because rations in the current timeline are mostly just bags of dried nuts, prepared meats, and other things. This is like
Yeah.
a metallic
Hardtack.
can of like prepared meats and like
This is cool.
dressing and sauce, and like it's actually less flavorful than the things you would make normally, but it's also like, how are you gonna screw up a can of beans?
Yeah.
You can.
You totally can, but it's hard.
No,
Pun. Okay. Now that like my hearing's like starting to come back, I just want to say we need like a stick or a long rock, something to brace foot.
You're not going to be walking around a while, sir, Deco says.
Moves his jaw again around more and like feels up the pushes his ear around. Just need stick to brace it so I can make cast.
Deco looks over at Ida. How do you want to carry him back?
I think between the two of us, we should be able to get him there carefully. I don't want to risk flying through the air and giving him turbulence. He's already shaken up enough, and I don't think he wants scrambled eggs.
Not funny. I want to try. I want to try and put some weight on the foot.
You attempt to apply weight to the foot, as if your leg was blown off all over again. You feel the pain shoot up your ankle and up your thigh, and you just like collapse all over.
Oh, god damn it. Ow. I just want to take a look at nearby trees, or even the shrapnel, see if there's something I could use to brace my leg with. Without trying to move, I guess.
There was the crate, so there is some wood lying around, but I don't imagine it'd be long enough.
Yeah, Deco, I guess, would notice the crate. Might as well make a splint, he murmurs.
Yeah.
And, walks over to go grab some of its wood.
Yeah, I need something long enough for my leg, though. I just want, like, any of the nearby trees or something, like, if there's a straight branch or something that's nearby that I could see.
The only tree you remember seeing was the one that's slowly being melted away by something that came from the bird.
God damn it.
Okay. So, I imagine you guys eat the pork and beans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yes, after we get him back to the camp, after we've splinted his leg.
I want to bring back... Well, I want, like, bring back as much as I can for the rest of the people.
You found a total of 5 pork and beans.
5 pork and
that
beans.
survived the explosion.
Yeah.
And they'd be cooked, wouldn't they?
They technically are cooked at the moment in time, yes. You find a few shards of metal in some of the cans, but, you know. Not something...
Would I be able to use my arrows as a splint?
You know what? That actually would work.
Okay.
So remove...
I just didn't know if they'd be, like, sturdy enough.
Remove, like, 2 arrows and you'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're being used just for bracing, I could see it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so,
and I would turn to him as you don't put any weight on the goddamn thing.
No, I'm gonna be, like, one footing it.
You put your right foot in, put your left foot out.
And whenever I come across a tree, I'm gonna, like, cut off a branch or at least try and rip off a branch and use it as a walking stick.
And you shake it all about.
Alright.
Can we have Deco singing that while it's, as he's doing
Deco can do as Deco pleases.
Deco does as Deco pleases. Unfortunately, what Deco does often gets him in trouble.
Yes, typically. So, you guys expend all the pork and beans between the 3 of you and the, travelers.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
The construction workers.
That's totally fine. So, we're gonna go ahead and skip the night watch. You find that after eating the pork and beans, you all have 10 temporary hit points. One plus modifier to strength and 1 plus modifier to dex for 24 hours.
Okay.
Yay!
It's almost like you should have kept those, but now they're gone.
Oh well.
What is this, like the spinach? If we ate it before a fight, we just, like, all of a sudden, massive muscles?
Essentially.
10 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours, plus strength and dex.
Oh, my strength goes up a modifier.
I'll just write down +1 strength because should I put it, or do I edit it and put it in?
If you like to put it in your character sheet, you can, but it will be removed after 24 hours, so... It's one of those, like, if you're gonna remember, go ahead. If not, put it down somewhere
So that's
else.
1 in strength and 1 in dexterity. I'll put it as the bonus.
Give me a brief moment. Let me double check the character sheets. I believe there is a section for that. Where's the test character sheet?
There's temporary hit points. I don't think there's temporary buffs.
There should be a slot for that somewhere. I'm trying to find it now. Alright, is it
Under character?
It is under the cogwheel settings. You can put in some bonuses over there. But there's no direct stat bonuses that you can place there. So what I suggest,
just put one to put it in the bonus column, and then just remember after the game's over, remove it, type of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. But I was hoping to find one that was specifically for stats, and there isn't. But yeah, it'll work for here. If you guys want to just toss one extra point into attack and damage, if your attacks are, strength based. Other than that, I guess we could just write it somewhere on the sheet and just remember when you make rolls that you have a +1 to them for the time being.
+1 to damage, then?
Yeah, you have +1 to hit and plus the damage if you are using either strength or dex.
Okay.
You have 1 of each.
Gotcha. I'll just write it down on the side.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and temporarily cut off the stream, and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Yay! In fact, actually, that works for me because I need to go take care of the dishwasher real quick, so I'll be right back.
Alright then.